Tari, leaving Mount Hagen. Sitting on the Ambua Lodge.
Bali, you have the ice?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They say in Bali it's a law that if any restaurant serves ice, it has to be like
89.
But I mean, you're not going to encounter any low value.
And the other turret rigs have left. It's way down the other end again, and I'll not be able to take all of them in the same place. Four of us are going to be stranded with the rest of the day. I'm sure there won't be any fatigue.
On this, the pilot said be very careful where
So what are you doing with that?
I'm going to hold this in my lap.
The maintenance, I know for a fact, on the engines, the airframes, they do it here in heavy lift, which is so. Don't be deceived by the looks. They tend to get bashed around a bit, these aircraft. The track we're taking is basically out that way, due west to Tari. We need to go to about 10,000 feet. We're already 5,000 feet above sea level, so we'll go 10,000 feet above sea level through the Tom Gap. If it's open, we'll know when I get airborne. And if anybody's interested, have you been to Tari before?
No.
No.
Okay, we basically go right along the range. We go sort of east to west. Let me see now, where's Mount Hagen? Okay, there's Mendic. Here's Mount Hagen. Wabag. Okay, we're back here. Alright, Keg Circle. Oh, there's Mount Hagen. Alright, I'll give you this map. Where's it? Mount Hagen's here. Well, basically, Tari is Koroba, Pirani. Tari is there. So we're going along here. It's not a very good map, but we go over Kandep. It's pretty high country. You can see the mountains, 11, 12. We've got a big one up on the left here, Mount Gillaway is about 14,000. Weather looks good. It should be okay. It's just clouded up a little bit, but we might have to wander around a bit to get through. But this time, there's obviously no big rain showers out there. Flying time's about 40 minutes. If you keep your seatbelts fastened. The exit for you guys in the back there will be this door here if you need to get out in a hurry. And for you, madam, through this door. Oh, my name's Tony, by the way. And I have been out there before once or twice. If you're worried.
So you don't think we'll get lost?
We shouldn't, but you never know. It's been a while.
At least you're honest.
Now we've got satellite navigation, GPS, that's really cheating these days.
We work for a tractor company.
All right.
And they have already announced that they're going to introduce GPS for tractors this fall.
Is that right? Unbelievable.
flew over Ambua Lodge. We tried.
Oh. Okay. And the mud wall, like on the right here, this is the very difficult Huli fighting trenches. And we will be passing many small decorated houses like this here on the right, a grave, a man killed on a road accident or killed on a fence wall. We bury them near to the road and ask for the compensation payment. If they do not pay the compensation payment, there will be a payment. Kill anyone from the area or the clans. So you will see a lot. As you drive around tomorrow. But on the way to the lodge, if you see something interesting, like the people, then please call out for picture taggings if you want to. But things like the houses or the mud wall or the gate, that will be there tomorrow. You will come. But very few, very old people, they will get afraid. Because people say, they are taking your spirit and you will live longer, you'll die. This is the area for headquarters for the Catholic churches here in Tari area. They have a church here and a school, a primary school. They have a grade 1 up to grade 6. And I lost my house and my brothers below. And the small decorated house, a grave or house, the grave we passed, is the man who got killed in this clan's war. We paid the compensation to his mom, the parents and the relatives, 800 pigs and 5,500 Guinea cash. The fight was for a payback for the woman. Come on.
Female of the king of Saxony, it's a rather drab brown bird up in here. That's sort of yellowish under the rump.
And what is that, Roy? And what is this?
It's the mountain pigeon.
Very often you get them in large flocks, and they swoop all around the sky and all of a sudden dive right into the forest. And you think they're all going to smash themselves up in the tree, but they just pull up just in time to grab a branch.
You know why?
A very darkish bird, almost black, and it's got a yellowish bill. Island thrush. Yeah, right in the top.
Thank you.
No, absolutely. Just go slow. We're not going anywhere. We're looking at the countryside.
Take it to your own.
There we are, going to the hula.
It's an Alpinia ginger?
Yes, Alpinia.
How are you doing? Yeah.
Standing still, but the bridge is shaking.
That experience is moving right along.
photograph here.
Like so.
I give it up.
No, don't give it up.
I give
Now,
it up.
here comes the branch. This is the fork,
Yes.
and he's sitting right here where this first leaf is. He's sitting right there.
And you
It's
can-
just
Oh,
like a-
yeah.
Very good.
He flew.
No, I can't see anything. Okay, that's what was that orchid? King of Saxony.
No, I think it's the king. It seems to be one of our.
Oh, it's a male ribbon.
Yeah, male ribbon tail, but it's lost its white tail.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Ah, jetzt sehen, da sehe ich einen, ja. Da ist einer. Aber ich kann mit bloßem Auge kann ich das sehen, aber ich kann es auch sehen. Hier, komm her, da ist ein, ja. Hm.
Wait a minute. He flew down now.
Yeah. Still in there.
You
There
see
we
him?
go.
Yeah. Now he's gone up a bit.
Yep.
He's in the thicket.
That's courtship doing that, making those
Hier,
dives
direkt
over.
hinter dir. Du musst den Schwanz bewegen. Hier, jetzt nicht. Da,
Oh, beautiful.
He really knows how to show those off, doesn't he? You want a secret?
It's nice when I rechts go back and forth.
Yes,
Yeah.
very nice.
I don't know if I'm taking it or not. We need some faster film.
Did you see it?
Hast du ihn gehabt?
He is showing off.
Sådan der bare måste bli. As you can see.
He's lying.
Der bare med hende der så der.
Like that's
I might do it. You think I could get a picture of that? I could put that.
Oh, boy.
He's gonna come close enough. I want to get the
As
picture.
close as I could get it, so it's still a long way away.
The red light.
Another one we break up on the top.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Go.
No, they just
Up
kind
they
of
go.
sweep through there.
There's two of them up in there.
There's another one right over there.
Chasing. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's one of them. That's a different one.
Yeah, that's the brownish female that's here. She's been attracted by those males. I wonder why.
Da oben sitzt auch einer, 2 Stück.
serious.
Da, die fliegen hoch. Ganz oben.
Huh?
Da,
Out of
hast
here.
du?
She wiggled now.
No, she's out of here.
are gonna move over a bit now.
I'm going to train my wife to be a tripod too. Right.
Ik zie jullie niet uit.
Is een foto willen maken?
Nee. Dat is weit weg. Dat is weer te weg.
Okay.
Have you seen it like that before?
Over dat vliegen.
Wat is het? Ik heb mijn foto niet.
Nee, dat is te weit weg.
Kan toch al naar 100?
Nee, dat geht nicht. Das geht doch nicht.
Ik moet niet even knop vroegen.
Dat is te weit weg, Wilfried. Dat bringt nicht.
Oh, look over here. Right up on
Daar oben zit dan nog.
right up on the barely.
Dat is
See
al
the
op
long,
het nummer.
very long tails of that male.
Dat is er
whale.
hinter daar.
Oh,
There he is.
yeah.
Very long tail feather.
Oh, this one's flying. She flew.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
one.
look at that.
Bare brain.
Nou, die had ze die niet gekend. Is ganz langsam rübergeflogen.
Mauer um ein Haus gebaut wird gegen die Feinde.
Can you go through the window?
Main material used for thatching of the huts. It is still largely used in preference to sheet of iron. Sheets of iron are used mainly for trade stores that they're going to build or something like that. But they still live mostly traditionally in this area, so kunai is very much in demand. But there is another grass introduced which is taking over a lot of areas, so it's getting a bit harder for them to get enough kunai grass. The introduced one is called molasses grass, Melinus. I couldn't tell you. No, I don't think it is. No, no.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Danke, Ray. Danke, Ray.
Gell, viel lieber, ha?
K-A-R-I village. Pardon?
K-A-R-A.
K-A-R-A village. Is the entrance to the village? Is at the top.
There is a restroom, shall I call it?
Don disappeared in the bush.
Make sure you won't go behind the bush.
I think we better take turns.
Wie machst du das noch?
Any smokers?
Won't be a white boy.
What do they smoke?
Raw leaf tobacco. Dried. And they roll it up, stick it in the little hole here.
That's not
No
an
one's smoking here now, but you'll probably see it a little while later and they suck it right in and vile.
So the tobacco's put right in there, into the end of that, Roy?
In a little hole in the top. There's the hole there, just a little hole.
Let me focus in on that if I can. Let's see here.
And there's a big hole at this end for dragging the smoke in.
I see.
And they just screw the tobacco into that hole.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you,
To bringen.
So, yeah.
Aufnahme von dem.
I didn't.
Ich muss schon machen. Schöne Nase.
That is a cassowary's toenail on the front
Really?
end.
Don, look at this one down here. Look at this one.
How big are the cassowaries?
As high as you.
Really? Are we going to see any?
Look
No.
at this. This is really quite nice.
Huli language. We are Hulis. I'm Huli. He's Huli. We speak one language, Huli language. So whenever you check in with somebody, he or she will say Areme. That means thank you.
Thank you.
I never asked. Manda ko anda hero. Manda ko anda hero. Pire da orang language. Ai all language. O hinana iri mana. Ora. We finish with our own Harun de Budi. Oria and our. Or Harun de Bua, no one later. When I had a Aurora. Yavo Rodao, and I have to Canary. Why Canoneru. We may be that Uru P way, I would be out man on for the local Yamiro. I don't have to that. I don't have to Manda Naga. Oh, I don't Piagata Langu, or are you always Langu? I don't Piagata Langu. Abu Amuguria, Uamu, oh, what is a Uro, what is a Umro for me? Manda Hammer of Vero had a hammer of it. 10 or Ho, I panga Puan. I am good Ho Haram in Haragana, in the Mana Winter. Oh, one of them are very what is a Urupia, Munafia, I never Mutano, Haran in Yerrigan. Mana only winning. I don't know. Oh, Hara, I know you command. Okay, the headmaster is saying that when a young boys, when they want to come to the week school, they have to bring money. If a headmaster wants money, he has to bring 200 kina cash money. And if he wants pig, the pig has to be the pig which will cost about 200 kina and pay to the headmaster. It's like a school fees. So if the parents are happy for them to come to the week school, they give money and pig to them. And when they are 17, they don't know how to read and write, so they don't know the age. So when the beard's about to come here, when it starts getting black, they come here, it's about 17. So they come here, and then the headmaster will tell them to stay here for 1 month. Within those 1 month, the headmaster will tell them how to make the artifacts which they hanging them up there. And then the headmaster will tell them how to go for clan walls, how to make mud walls, how to build houses. And within those 1 month, he has to tell them all about that. And then they stay here for 1 month. After 1 month, the headmaster will send them up to the second place where there's a special water, which they could water the hair all the time, 4 times a day. And then when we go up to the second place, we'll hear more story on the second place. And on the last place, there's 3 places here, just here. And in the last place, they're going to show us which is day week and which is ceremonial week. And how they used to make, they're going to show us that how they used to make ceremonial week out of day week. So if you have any questions to ask him, we can ask him on the second place, because we'll be hearing more story on the second place. This one.
Is that the...
always be.
Okay, you can see this is a senior student here.
What?
Senior student. When the headmaster goes away, or if he passes away, and then he's going to take place. Senior student. So he is saying that from the first place, we have already had a story which they used to do on the first place, and this is the second place. And as I've said on the first place, there's a special water. There's a special water down there. They go down there when they first come. Headmaster will get a water, cut a bamboo from the mountain and give them a drink first. And then later on, they will go down to the water here, where there's a special water, and they water the hair 4 times a day.
Ibungago, Peokalungago, Onu Dira, Hamber Maria, Iberia. On Hambu Mara, Wahore, Wakamuru, Wavona, the Hamburgia. No more Hemagara, Omari, when the Tagri Brudia.
He is saying when they first come from the same place to first place to second place, the headmaster will send one of these boys to go up to the mountain to cut a bamboo. And then the boys will cut a bamboo and fetch some water from the mountain and bring it down here and give it to the headmaster, so that headmaster can pick each of these plants here these are the ginger plants. He will pick each of these ginger plants, and then there will be a water inside this bamboo, and then he will put a ginger plant on top of the bamboos and spell into the water, magic, and then spell into the water and give it to the boys to drink. the boys has to drink. He has to face up to the where the sun comes up, and then drink this water, and then turn back, and then he has to drink another bamboo of water where the sun goes down, and the other bamboo of water for the body. When he was a small boy, he had some dirty food, so when he drink this water, he will vomit some of the dirty food which is inside his stomach. And the other bamboo of water here for the hair. When he drink this water, the hairs will grow properly, and half of the water he has to pour it onto the hair, because the hairs can grow soft and can become big. So when they first come here, they have to give, the headmaster will headmaster will send a boy up to the mountain to cut a bamboo, and then same time he's going to patch the water into the and put it into the bamboo, and then the headmaster will use his pail and give it to the boys to drink. And then after drinking that water, the headmaster will tell the boys to go down to the water and water the hair. 4 times a day they have to go down to the water and then water the hair, and then after they watering the hair, they goes up to the mountain, and then they work there, collect firewood, or do the hunting, kill bird, or look for the wild pig, collect firewood like that. And when they see that the water in the hair is dry, they come back again and water the hair like that, 4 times a day.
I mara ipa pada ragua paru hari mura ragua waj pa mara pura hari mura le mana duni bilu na ipa pada ragu para. Oh ibu ega pirila bro ibu kiri bari mara givini.
Okay. When they first come here, their hairs will be black. See, like him here. Him here, his hairs got black, and when he got into the water and while he's watering his hair, the colors of the hairs will change because of the water and the sun. And while they're watering the hair, the colors of the hairs will change. You can see these 2 boys up here in the middle. That's not a wig. It's their own hair. First will be mushroomed hair, which they have up here. And then later on, about 14 or 15 months time, when the hair is about to fall onto the shoulder, they will get a cane from the bush and put it along the hair, because they don't want the hairs to be fall onto the shoulder. You can see these boys up here. They put a stick, the cane along the head to support the hairs up. And the boy in the middle, the first one here, you can see the red string up there. He has to tie the string and the cane together. He has to tie the hair and the cane together with the string, because they don't want the hairs to be fall onto the shoulder. And the which they have is the mushroomed hair. Later on, when the hair is about to stretch out, that the headmaster would get a long cane from the bush, bring it out here, tell the boys to sit down, and then put a long cane through when the hair is about to stretch. And then they will stay here for 18 months. When the 18 months is finished, and then that's the time for the headmaster to do the cutting. So he will send them up to the last place to do the cutting. He won't cut them in all of them in same time, but first he has to cut it along the edges first, cut and tight, and then in the middle he will cut them at last. and then that will call a day week, every day week. See, that last fellow there, he's got that day week there, every day week. That's been cut. But this too hasn't been cut. It's real hair. So they both are 10 months old. There's 6 more months, 8 more months before they do the cutting. So they will stay here for 18 months. If they want to make a day week, they will stay here for 18 months. If they want to make 2 of his day week, they have to stay here for 36 months. And if they want to make 1 ceremonial week, they have to stay here for 36 months too. 2 of his day week will make 1 ceremonial week. So once we go up to the last place, they're going to show us how they make ceremonial week out of day week. So before one of these boys got onto the water and watered the hair, show us how they used to water the hair. If you have any questions which you want to know and which you want to ask, you can ask them, and I'll translate.
So now these two, they need, when they sleep, this is all part of their hair, so they have to sleep with this wig the way it is.
Yes.
But this gentleman can take his off when he sleeps.
Yes, good,
I see.
That's right. So one of these boys, after they got onto the water and show us how they water the hair, and then there's a bed there, they're going to show us how they sleep.
Oh, okay.
How? Now?
You got the headmaster.
60s?
He's in the 60s. And the senior student is
30s?
30s, okay.
Ich muss mich
He will say,
korrigieren.
when I pass away
Die
or
Haare
if I
dieser
go
zwei
away,
Jungen,
you
das
take
sind
my
noch die
place.
eigenen
So he
Haare.
was chosen based
Also
upon
noch
his
nicht
talents,
als
his
Perücke
intelligence,
gemacht.
Yes.
every qualities,
Oh, everything that master has, he knows.
superior qualities.
Yes.
Did it turn out okay?
Oh, if you want to get a pictures while they are watering the hair, that's okay. Sorry.
Und dann nach 18 Monaten, dann wird einfach der ganze Haarschopf abgelassen und man hat dann die eigenen Haare als Perücke. Das heißt, dann kann man die abziehen, die müssen jetzt 18 Monate mit diesem Ungetüm auf dem Kopf schlafen. Und schlafen müssen sie in dieser Zeit. Jeder Junge ist uns hier zeigt. Das ist sehr mühselig.
Okay, you have good bed, you sleep in good bed. You have mattress, head pillow, blanket. What we do is we make a fire right in the middle of the house. We just sleep beside the fire. And then when we have the grown hair, when we grown our hair, that's how we sleep. We don't use blanket, mattress, head pillow, no, nothing. They plant 2 sticks aside, put 1 stick across, rest his neck like that on the stick. If somebody comes at the night and looking through the window, he will think that he is looking up. No, he's sleeping. That's how he sleeps. First, when he first sleep like that, his neck will be paining, but later on, no. Get used to. So all the time, he sleep like that. Because you know why they sleep like that? Every time when they wake up, they don't want to comb the hair because they don't want to let the hair to be twisted. So all the time they have to put a stick across like that, plant 2 sticks aside, put 1 stick across and sleep like that. No blanket.
And where do they build the...
Ginger root inside the water. He has to pick each of these ginger roots here and put it in the water. And the smells of the ginger root makes the hair grow. So this will not last. And when it's dry time, this water will not last. have any questions to ask, which you want to know? Okay, now we'll be going up to the last place and see the wig or headdress.
It's hideously slippery. Very
Watch your head when you get up through here too.
But they themselves never had any writing. No tribe in PNG had writing.
So there's no written form, really.
Only linguists.
Phonetic.
Like your American National Institute of Linguistics, they've been through handmade dictionaries, mainly based on getting all their language so that they can translate it into New Testament.
Manda ko ngala bokir na ngala pora ho waru. Ora tengi ora tambi ora ko phajor yu phera ngala wo panga bo khara wo rogia. Amu gumme dar mata bo kharo pa yu panga buwa. O ku mundu wa ku panga buwa ni. O nda ko ho waru geru. O ko ra mata kani. O phadar mata kani. O phadar mata kani photo bo photo ngara mata kani an le.
Okay, 1, 2. This is a day week, everyday week, and 1, 2, 3. These are the ceremonial week. Black and 2 red. That's ceremonial week. Ceremonial week, they use them for the special time only. When they want to welcome a very big important man, comes from other places to their country, they do welcome them and do the sing, like a prime minister, like a tourist. And this is ceremonial week here. 3, 2, 1 black, 1, 2 red, 1 here. And this 1, 2 day week, everyday week. When they want to go to the market, when they want to go for clan war, they will use this. And from the first place, we had a story about on the first place and also on the second place too. You can see these 2 boys up here. They've got a mushroom red hair. And then later on, when the hair is about to straight fall onto the shoulder, and then the headmaster will get a long cane from the bush, and then he will get a long cane and put it around the hair when the hair is about to straight out. And then they keep on watering the hairs. And then when the hair is about like this one here, they do the cutting. That's about 18 months. After 18 months, they do the cutting. When the hair is about like this day week. And then they cut it, and then that will make a like this day week here, everyday week. If they want to make a ceremonial week, they stay here for 36 months. So those 3 are ceremonial week, these 2 are day week.
People make it for themselves or they make it for others?
We have 2 places where we used to grow the hair and make wig. So the people who work for the government and company, they don't have a wig to do the sing like the people who come from other places. So they will come and buy it off from them. They do sell it to other people. If they want to keep it, they will have 1. If they have 3 or 4, 2 of them, they will sell it. They leave it here, and then they will tell the headmaster to look after when they go back to the village. If the parents have enough money and pick for them to get married, they leave the wig here so that the headmaster could sell it, and then they go back to the village and get married. The wigs can be sold to other people.
They never use women's hair to make wigs?
Good question. In the newspapers or in the magazine, you might hear that the men used to collect hairs from women, boys, anybody. No, maybe in Anga or Chimbu they do that, but we Hulis, we don't. You can see it. You can see up here, we send young boys to wig school. They grow the hair and do the cutting. We send the young boys to the school, the wig school. And we don't collect hairs from anybody, men, small boys or women.
or anybody, but we send the young boys to the week school.
How many students are in the week school at any one time?
I don't know. But
ajo hadiri ke ma
Nede halubre.
Malik and
malik mani maria u duire bugune harua ibruria agor ke mari ibruria
they have 8 boys here, but 4 boys are here, and 4 boys are up in the mountain. Excuse me, collecting firewood, fetching water, and they doing hunting, killing bird of paradise, and they are up in the bush, and there's 4 boys up here.
Approximately what? If someone were to come here to buy a wig, how much would they have to pay?
This day wig will cost 200 kina. Ceremonial week here will cost 400 kina. You know why? Because 2 of the day week went into the ceremonial week, so it won't be same price. Ceremonial week 400 kina, day week 200 kina.
How long ahead of time must one order, like a government official? How long ahead of time do they have to order for a ceremonial week?
You mean how long will it last?
No. How long ahead before they order? How many months?
10 years. 10.
How long will it take to make one quarter?
Yes. From the time they order it to the time they get it.
Sorry, can you repeat it again, please?
Okay, if they order it now, how long? If I ordered it today, when would it be ready?
So you will all the time you will see a day with a ceremony like this. When you want to buy or you want to get one of these, they will set up at just 2 weeks time.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Because they have many day weeks and ceremonial week here.
Do they ever have to be repaired? Like what do they ever lose hair out of them and have to replace it?
No. This day week sometimes it will lose, but the ceremonial week here, no. Tari and one in Tani Valley. And then this is the only place where they grow hair and make wood. There's no other places.
And has the headmaster been here for this, for many decades?
Oh yes, it was here for a very long time, since the white man wasn't here time. It was this one they used to do when the white man here wasn't here time, but nowadays they want to. The manager of the Ambua Lodge wrote a letter to them and said, can we bring the tourists and see what you're doing? And then the headmaster said, yes, we are very happy, so you can let the tourists come. That's why we are coming here. Before, they don't allow anybody to come and see what they're doing. This was there for a long time.
If it costs 200 kino to come to school, and if they sell a wig for 200 kino, why would they want to sell it if it's the same price that it costs to spend 36 months to grow, 18 months to grow?
Because they have many weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and so they saying that they think that they cannot keep all those with them, so they have to sell it to them. If they want to get more money, and then they have to stay here for a long time, about 4 or 5 years, and then they can grow more hair and get more money.
Inherit wigs from friends or from their fathers, and they can store as a keeper for such an event. One man might want a ceremonial wig, so he has 2 spare day wigs, he can sell those to him. They come for 400.
But it's sort of a rite of passage also to go through the wig making, right? So it's prestigious.
Incidentally, white men came here in 1954. That was the first people.
These red forms here, what makes the shape? Are they made of hair, the red forms, or do you attach hair to them?
You mean the frame? This one or this one?
The top. Is that a frame you attach hair to?
They will do like they will do like this. They get 2 of the day week, and 1 day of the day week has to face up, 1 of the day week has to face up down, and then they will get a rope and then tie this together. Just get a rope and tie them together around so that it can become like this safe. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
No.
She wants to know if there is a frame, bamboo or sometimes
no,
frame underneath those.
There's just a cane or No, nothing, no frame. Just a rope and hair inside, no frame.
Minimum.
Just a rope and hair.
And then it is painted red.
See this one here? You can see inside. This just a hair and a rope inside. Nothing, no frame. They don't put a stick or a cane, something like that. They use their head.
Yes. How long has the headmaster been the headmaster of this school? How many years?
Well, he was a headmaster since when he was a small boy. His father was a headmaster. When he passed away, he passed it to his son.
Then he becomes the headmaster.
Yes. They say that they use their heads, like you used to make a vehicle like trucks and buses and like that. But for us, very hard to know. But for you, it's hard to make like this one too. So it's like they're like a teachers.
Does the headmaster know how old he is?
He's 60. He himself, he doesn't know.
In his 60s?
Yes.
Now, does he always just stay here with the boys? He doesn't have a family of his own.
Oh,
He doesn't
no.
have a wife. He doesn't have.
First he has his wife, and then he divorced his wife, and now he doesn't have his wife. Now he's teaching his boys how to grow the hair and make wig. There's nobody is going to make like this day wig and ceremony wig, only the headmaster. So you might think that there's two types of colors here, the day wig and ceremony wig. The black ceremony wig there, they get a fire charcoal and a pig's fat, rub it to mix it together and rub it on the ceremony wig, and it becomes black. The red ceremony wig here, they get a clay from the earth and take it to the home, cook it in the fire for 24 hours, and then they take it out and it will be red. And when the color is red, when the clay is red, and then they get a pig's fat and a red clay, mix it together and rub it on the ceremony wig, and it becomes red. So we have two places where they grow the hair. One in Tari Valley and one in Tani Valley. And all these boys here, they're not from the same village. They came from long way places. They heard that there's a special place where they grow the hair and make wig. So they said they want to, instead of going to community school, they come to the wig school. And sometimes there will be 10 or 11 boys who will be lining up here. Sometimes just one boy or two boys. Because if the parents doesn't have money and pig, for them to pay to the headmaster and come to the wig school, and then he will have the less number. If the parents have enough money and pig, for them to come to the wig school, there will be more boys up here. Because they don't want the son to be just hang around the road, play marble, play cards. They don't want to do that. So they they send them up to the wig school or community school.
So how much money does it cost to come to the wig school, or how many pigs and how much money?
200 kina for each person.
For each person?
Yeah. So if
They wanted to come to wig school and not play cards. Could you tell us what the men of this village do and what the women of this village do?
the woman has to stay in the village, make garden, look after children and house, and a pig. Man has to do the mud wall, build houses, go for clan wars, build houses, make mud wall, and go for clan wars.
I see the women making the houses.
No.
I see them putting them, gathering the grass to put on the roof.
That one, they just collect them on the road and then give it to the man to build a house. They will collect it and then take it to the man so that he would put them on the house. Women never build houses. Only men do the building.
Are the boys that come to the school married at
No.
the time they come?
No, when they first come, if they are married, they're not allowed to come here. If they're young boys, if they're not married, they will be here. Women, married men is not allowed it. We are allowed it because we are special. Huli women are not allowed it. Huli married men are not allowed it here.
Do the boys marry after they leave the school?
Yes, they will get married. If the parents have enough money and pick for them to get married, they will come to the true headmaster and say, can you ask my son, we have enough money, and pick for him to get married. So the headmaster will come back and ask the boy. And then he will say, do you want to go to the village and get married? Because your parents have enough money and pick for you to get married. If he is happy, he will say, yes, I want to leave the school and go to my village and get married. If he doesn't want to get married, he will say, no, I don't want to have a wife. I want to stay back here and grow the hair and make wig and sell it and get money. If they're happy, they leave the wig here and go back to the village. The wig the headmaster will sell it, and half of the money will go to the boy, owner of the hair. Half of the money will go to the headmaster. You know why? Because he used his spell and your hair is grown. Without spell or magic, your hairs will not grow. So when they're here, they're not allowed to talk with the girls. If they talk with the girls and make friends around the road, if they stay around the road, the headmaster will say, you come back here, and he will say, I'll cut your hair back. He has to get his hair back. You go with your hair without hair. Go stay in the village, get married, do whatever you want. That's what the headmaster will say. If you want to go to the village, you have to get a permission from a headmaster. If he wants you to go, and then he will allow you to go and come back. You're not allowed to sleep with your parents.
The senior student will remain here. He doesn't go away.
He will not go away. He will stay here, and then he do watering his hair 4 times a day. This one, yeah, he stays here. He will stay here. When headmaster goes away, when like your tourist comes here, he has to tell them what they're doing here. So he will never go away. He stays here all the time. Okay, any more questions before we go and have a lunch? Which you want to know?
And I money. I don't think for I never
Okay, the boys here are saying they're very pleased with you because they thought that you won't come to Papua New Guinea, especially to Kara village, where they grow the hair and make wig. But since you came and none of you didn't lost your life on the way, and they're saying safe trip back to your country, and tell some of the tourists, tell them like that, tell them that you have been to Huli country and so the that's the headmaster's house. This is the headmaster's house. Is it okay to take a picture? Oh yeah.
And where do the boys sleep?
The boys sleep.
Gene.
Yes.
That's what lives
Yeah,
here.
I know.
Just go away.
I will take care of it. Can I have a picture of you by your house?
We liked it very much. Thank you.
And compared to them, so we are.
I get my prehensile toe in here.
Hey, you ain't got that far down yet.
There is a banister, but not till this maybe. There it is. Hello. How are you? Get a picture of you.
Pretty soon it'll come. Pretty soon it'll be okay. That's all I have to say. So it's coming. It's coming. See? It'll get better. It's coming. It'll get better.
All the problems we have. Crime, drugs, thievery.
Tom, you can always move here with me.
Roy, what is the name of this village? I'm sorry?
Arungi.
Arungi?
Arungi.
Thank you.
These kids,
Sea lions involved as well.
light skin.
mit ihren Enkel.
Oh.
Sie sehen halt ein wenig anders, aber sie fühlt sich jetzt wieder heim.
Ini bulan lah.
Ina mende bangga kaburi bulan lah.
Ina aku bulan ni. Dulu jadi orang ni.
Mende bangga kami buri bulan. Ina aku main mende ngau.
Ja, machen wir das, aber nicht gespielt, das haben wir ja schon. Dann nehme ich dann mal mit so nach der Box sitzen, dann nimmst du die mal.
Das kann ich nämlich auch.
Das wird's dabei, immer gleich warm.
Das sieht aber süß aus, so der alte da, finde ich.
Achtung. Tust du mir den Zeit?
Sometimes they glitch there.
Siapa yang nak berona nak ini mana beli kerja aja orang beli mana
Problem. Lass es mal einfach mal ein paar Minuten zurücklaufen und dann
ini kalau hari mana dia nak ini.
Ini.
Ini aja orang buat lebih kau ini Steven lah mungkin aku dah.
Und jetzt muss ich noch einmal draufdrücken.
Ja, jetzt zurückrennen tut es jetzt verleiht.
Superman.
Superman.
There. I break the grass, you see, now. Pop it open.
I have to get a close-up of your ornament.
My biceps.
Your dress.
Yeah.
Supelo.
My palo, yeah.
Look at the palo up there.
Yeah, my palo.
Kind of resembles the other.
They're not bad. No, they're made out of rattan, you see.
So are you getting?
Well, I think I like the pair. How much they cost for two?
420 kina. 10.
10. Make it 15 and we have a bargain. It's okay? 15?
No, thank you.
10 each.
Yes.
You're a good businessman. How can I resist?
Ini nanya nak lagi dulu jadi lamuri.
But that's all right.
Before it rains, we're going to see Tom's grave or the cemetery. That's Nick there and Maria here. They both own this land, the area. This is Tom's wife. We want to see the cemetery. And after that, we're going to go to Paji's house. He's the medicine man, witch doctor. We want to visit the medicine man, witch doctor after that. So,
Yes, I get the key getting wait a minute, no, it should be open.
You're not holy as well.
You know what gets me into trouble? And probably never will.
when a person is died, and then they have to bury like this one here. At the back of you, there's a cemetery here. They have to build a long house. They have to build it above ground, 6 to 8 foot above. And then later on, they take the bones down. And then see this man doing here. He's trying to find out whom the person has been killed, whom person killed that man. So he's trying to send his magic to find out who killed that man. First they have to bury it above 8 to 6 foot above. Later on they take the bones down, put them like that, and then a man has to hire another man, and he will say a man is killed by somebody.
So a man who hired it, he has to be from a long way places, and they have to hire him because they want to find out who killed that man. So this man will use his magic or evil spirit and said, can you go and see that man who killed that man? Now he hired a man. The peasant's relative has to hire a man from a long way places, and he will come here and use his magic to find out who killed that man. So if he has money and pig, they would hire him, and so that he could find that man. If they don't have money and pig, bad luck, they will not find him. Make a small house and put him like that. If they just bury it under or just put him somewhere, they know that the pigs or the enemies will just get them and throw them away. So they have to keep the bones somewhere which could be safe. For the skull, skull has to be painted up like that. If he's a rich man, or if he has lots of money and pig is rich man, or if you don't paint those skulls up, when you are alive, you talk face to face. You don't turn back and say, I'm okay, I can see you. You don't turn back and talk like that. You talk face to face. So make him happy, and we have to paint the skull like that and put him in the small house or either in the cave.
Dạ vô.
Hey, what's in that house?
I have no idea. I'm not in there. I didn't go in.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so, no.
That's the medicine man, witch doctor, which we came to visit. His name is Paicha. P-A-Y-I-A. Paicha. He's the medicine man, witch doctor.
Usat no one then got. He can sit down in the house. Money got then got.
Stand in the house if you want to.
Iba. Oh. Yeah, why do I run out of Oi, mi da na are me, ke are me, TV are me, le do. Taru ba mo mo hora ko. Ke da jero ha mara.
Okay. This is Mr. Paicha. He is the medicine man, witch doctor, which we came to visit. He lived several meters from Huli's and his wife. His wife, they come in the morning and help him with the gardening and goes back into their own house. Huli's are not allowed to come to his area. If they want him to heal them, they will send one small boy or one small girl to go and see him. Hulis are not allowed to come. When we came from Ambua, to here, did we see a man dressed like him? No, we didn't see a man dressed like him. Because as the Hulis used to have the Kaswari quill around the nursery, he's got a pig's tusks around the nursery. And he dressed different from Hulis because he's from Lake Kopiako, neighboring Tuna tribe, which he could speak 2 languages, Lake Kopiako language and Huli language. And he came from Lake Kopiako, following his mother and father. They came from Lake Kopiako, and his father was the first witch doctor and the medicine man. And when he passed away, he became the medicine man, witch doctor. So now he's teaching his son, first son. He knows that whenever he passes away, there's nobody to take his place. So now he's teaching his first son. He himself has 3 wives. First wife has 9 children. Who has none? He just married last year in December. Both of them.
What? I do.
What is it?
A lot of lux.
Oh, I'm running.
Could cut a bamboo from a mountain and also get a water from a mountain and bring it down here. Use his spell into the bamboo. There will be water into the bamboo, and then he will use his spell. And then give it to the person to drink. A man, woman, boy, or girl. If he wants to stay young all the time, he or she has to come and see the witch doctor, so that he could use his spell into the water and give it to the person to drink. And then he will use his spell like this. He will name the beautiful bed of paradise, beautiful mountain, beautiful trees. So that when a person go, and then the other people can see him like that. And then he will get this evoi tree leaf of that evoi tree leaf, and then ginger leaf of the ginger plant there, and then use it as a lid. And then there will be a water inside that bamboo. And then hold on to that cordyline tree, which is so beautiful. Hold on to that cordyline tree, name the beautiful bed of paradise, beautiful mountain, beautiful trees. Pictures free. And then leave that cordyline tree. Go and hold on to that limestone, saying that you will be stayed like limestone all the time. All the time. You have to face up where the sun comes up, and then turn back and drink that water, half of that water. And then you will, when you go out from here, the person, a man or woman, will look at you like a beautiful mountain, beautiful trees, beautiful bed of paradise.
Oh, Palu, Tandaka Marcin, I'll be go, Canara, Tandaka Biara, Bani, Tandaka Marcin, Mili Biora. Oh, Hulina Marcin gave it him Murko, Huli Marcin, Nigion.
When you have headache, arm paining, leg paining, stomach aching, when you have an arrow on your body, when you go for clean wash, and if somebody shoot you, and you have an arrow on your body, hard to pull it out. So you have to come and see the witch doctor. He's got a medicine up here. stinging needle. He will get 5 or 6 of these stinging needle leaves, yes, and then rub it on the body where it's peeling pain, or where you have an arrow on your body, and then he will rub it on your body, and then next day it will finish. Or if you have a arrow on your body, when he uses stinging needle, when he rub it on your body, and it's very easy to cut, it won't pain. It's like nowadays we are using injection. This is like an injection.
Oh. I will lie in man.
So
I mean everyone.
In Tani Valley, this is the only witch doctor they have. There's no others. Hang those pictures up there. Any questions before we go up to the cave and see the skull of a man?
I have a question.
Yes.
Does he collect many plants in the forest and bring them into his house, or does he use fresh material?
No,
mainly?
all these plants here, the plants are all here.
All here.
Because his alien sisters has planned all this.
I see.
When they pass away, he's taking this.
He's the medicine man over many clans?
Yes.
Many clans.
Many clans. Especially Tani Valley.
All the
around here, he's the only witch doctor.
Now, when there's clan warfare, he doesn't take sides. He just stays neutral.
No, he's not allowed to. He is allowed to just take the arrows only. He's not allowed to go for clan wars or anything like that.
So he doesn't participate
No,
at all.
no. Okay, now we are going up. Just about
Come here, langa orna muna mo baran. You know yet. Stop. Stop yet. Yes, limbu.
So, I'll show you a black palm.
Good.
Some of the cemetery are his relatives. Every day, feces, long grass, and put them up, throw them away.
And that's a black palm.
Now we'll be going up to the cave. Where is the sky along the moon?
Bisschen gemacht. Hat das wirklich gemacht? Sehr gut, wie man noch und das sieht man von unserer Tochter.
Bones are kept in these graves. Not allowed to have bodies above the ground, only the bones. These are all families, relatives of the medicine man.
Can you see the limestone there? The limestone looks like
What, Abe?
You see that limestone there? That's somebody said that's woman. That's good. That's woman because, as I've said, that he came from Lake Kopiako, neighboring Tuna tribe. He was flowing that limestone. That's his mother. Some will say I'm son of the Biden. Some would say I'm son of bird. Some would say I'm son of limestone. So he's the son of the limestone. There you go. Okay, he's pointing out mouth, breast, belly button, bottom, woman.
Thank you.
That's his mother. So all her son sleeping up there. He's going to knock first and open the door. See, you can see 5 skulls up there. 1 has been dropped because of the earthquake. 1 has been dropped and break. Those 6 skulls representing 6 generations. 7 will be his father, 8 will be his mother, 9 will be himself, 10 will be his first son. So he will have a 10th generation. The scars are there which has been painted, they are very important men. So that's why they don't want to forget them. That's why they brought from other cemetery, and then they brought the skull up and painted, put them under the cave.
Can I wait one minute?
Okay.
Good. I need to get rid of
Somebody comes and sees that, and then he knows
Well, I think there's some
Say, Marlene, do you have everything put together there? I'm going to go ahead and talk with the guy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a meteorite here. This is what we call meteorite. We have 7 meteorite like that.
You're not buying any. Oh,
Okay.
Okay, that's a big smile.
Good. We just make a fire in the middle and just sleep beside This is suspended just on top of that.
Yes, it is coming, and that's what comes also.
So sometimes women, pig sleep together.
Inside their house. Inside her King sleeps on the side. The house.
Sweet tomatoes.
Sweet potato?
Yes, sweet potato.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's hungry. His sword has fallen through. Can't reach out to get his food.
I haven't seen them people doing that, but what we normally do is we kill it.
And then you eat it too.
Yeah, we eat the meat for the feathers. We take the tire bone out, we use them as a knife.
Oh, is that what we see on
that's
people
out of
wearing?
a tire
Okay.
bone, out of a casualty tire bone.
Oh, all right. Oh.
Good, I like these.
He's tidy. I mean, that's the real size.
What did you think of those? Were they volcanic bombs?
I think so. I think so. Absolutely. That would, again, at the risk of being a broken record, we want it all. You take a lot of time. Time to kill. Good brain. Cook up something.
Got married, so they sharing the bride price. The bride price is complete. They say the bride price ready and taking the woman home.
Edie, they've just been settling a bride price and sharing out all the pigs, etc.
Oh, they're settling a bride price.
Give them time.
This is Ambua Lodge. Located in the highlands of Papua New Guinea. It's largely populated by the Huli people, Huli tribes. And this is where we stayed. Tari. We flew over Ambua Lodge to try.
Hey, hello. Oh. Okay. And the part wall, like on the right here, this is the very difficult for the fighting trenches. And we will be passing many small decorated houses like this here on the right, a grave, a man killed on a road accident or killed on a cleanse wall. We bury them near to the road and ask for the compensation payment. If they do not pay the compensation payment, there will be a payment. Kill anyone from that area, from the clans. So you will see a lot as you drive around tomorrow. But on the way to the lodge, if you see something interesting, like the people, then please call out for picture takings if you want to. This is like a house.
Mount Hagen. Okay, this is Mendic. Here's Mount Hagen. Warbag. Okay, we're back here. Alright, Keg Circle. Oh, there's Mount Hagen. Alright, I'll give you this map. Where's it? Mount Hagen's here. Well, basically, Tari is Koroba, Pirani. Tari is there. So we're going along here. It's not a very good map, but we go over Kandep. It's pretty high country. You can see the mountains, 11, 12. We've got a big one up on the left here, Mount Gillaway, is about 14,000. Weather looks good. It should be okay. It's just clouded up a little bit, but we might have to wander around a bit to get through. But this time there's obviously no big rain showers out there. Flying time's about 40 minutes if you keep your seatbelts fastened. The exit for you guys in the back there will be this door here if you need to get out in a hurry, and for you, madam, through this door. Oh, my name's Tony, by the way, and I have been out here before once or twice. If you're worried.
So you don't think we'll get lost?
We shouldn't, but you never know. It's been a while.
At least you're honest.
Now we've got satellite navigation, GPS. That's really cheating these days.
We work for a tractor company.
All right.
And they have already announced that they're going to introduce GPS for tractors this fall.
Is that right? Unbelievable.
Very old people, they will get afraid. Because people say they are taking your spirit and you will live longer, you'll die. This is the area for headquarters for the Catholic churches here in Tari area. They have a church here and a school, a primary school. They have a grade 1 up to grade 6. And I lost my house and my brothers below. And the small decorated house, the grave we passed, is the man who got killed in this cleanse wall. We paid the compensation to his mom, the parents and the relatives, 800 pigs and 5,500 kina cash. The fight was for a payback for the woman.
leaving Tari, leaving Mount Hagen. We'll be staying on the Ambua Lodge.
Bali, you have the ice? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They say in Bali it's a law that if any restaurant serves ice, it has to be ready. But I mean, you know, you can come in low-brow.
All the other tour groups have left. It's way down the other end again. They will not be able to take all of us in the same plane. But for the 4 of us, it'll be stranded quickly before the end of the day. I'm sure there won't be any fatigue.
On this, the pilot said be very careful where you.
So what are you doing with that?
I'm going to hold this in my lap.
The maintenance, I know for a fact, on the engines, the airframes, they do it here in heavy lift, which is so. Don't be deceived by the looks. They tend to get bashed around a bit, these aircraft. The track we're taking is basically out that way, due west to Tari. We need to go to about 10,000 feet. We're already 5,000 feet above sea level. So we'll go 10,000 feet above sea level. Through the Tomba Gap, if it's open, we'll know when I get airborne. And if anybody's interested. Have you been to Tari before?
No.
No.
Okay, we basically go right along the range. We go sort of east to west. Let me see now, where's